Constitution of India was being framed, one social reform had divided the Constituent Assembly. They debated for months but could not arrive on consensus. What was this social reform? It was the Uniform Civil Code. A very good morning to the honorable dignitaries and my fellow participants. My name is Karishma Sikka, and today I shall be speaking upon Uniform Civil Code. Is the time ripe for its enactment? Firstly, what is Uniform Civil Code? It is a common civil code that seeks to abolish personal laws. Laws that are derived from religious texts and scriptures and govern almost every aspect of our lives, be it marriage, divorce, succession, or adoption. But these laws are discriminatory in nature. And if we go back in time, when India was under British rule, they always favored these laws. Why? Because of their policy of divide and rule. But sadly, even after independence, due to widespread opposition, India failed to have a uniform civil code, and it remained as a mere directive principle in Article 44 of our Constitution. But again, in the 1980s, courtesy the Shah Banu case, the discussion of having a common civil code gained momentum. It was then that the Supreme Court said, "A common civil code shall serve the purpose of national integration by removing the desperate loyalties to laws that have conflicting ideologies." But since independence, 7 decades have passed. 7 decades, and India still fails to have a uniform civil code. Critics say that it is a conspiracy theory and a move against secularism, while the promoters of it believe that it shall only bring in uniformity, equality, and uplift the women and the weaker sections of the society. If not that, just have a look at the Western developed economy. Majority of them, like France, Italy, Switzerland, all have common civil code that are not based upon religious texts. Then why is India, that aims to be a developed economy, still living under laws that were framed prior to independence? We all need to ask this question to ourselves. And we do realize that our personal laws need changes and reformations. And there have been a few. For example, giving Hindu married daughters an equal right in the ancestral property, or the recent banning of triple talaq. So, the change is needed. But why do we fear the change? As the saying is there, change is always difficult at the start. It is messy in the middle, but it's gorgeous in the end. So let's take India towards this gorgeous development, where all the citizens, irrespective of their caste, creed, culture, or religion, are governed by one law. And there are ways in which this can be done. Firstly, bring in the experts and scholars from all the religions and faiths and combine the best of the practices under one law. And this can be done by an independent law body to avoid any distinction and to avoid any bias. Second, Uniform Civil Code is a social transformation, and it needs to be done gradually rather than in one swift. If we see, Goa, being the only Indian state which was under Portuguese rule, has a common civil code. And recently, states like Assam as well as Uttarakhand have shown keen interest in implementing Uniform Civil Code. So this can be done in a phased manner. Third, is it only the lawmaking authorities who are responsible for this change? I think even the judiciary as well as the courts can help by broadening the outlook of the society via judgments and reformations and prepare us. In the end, to answer the question, is India ready for a uniform civil code? I'd like to recite few lines from a wonderful poem that I read. It's time. It's time for a code that gives women equal rights as men. A code that is equal for all of us within. A code that is modern and not stuck in the past. A code that would help us move forward at last. A code that is secular and not based upon religion. A code that is fair to all people of all persuasion. In the end, Uniform Civil Code is a dream of many, and this dream can come true if we work together in unity. As the adage goes, we better be late than never. Thank you.